Like, wouldn't that just be crazy? Wouldn't that be absolutely epic in a way to completely rewrite the script on 2024? A Princess Peach game in the first half and a Zelda-centric Legend of Zelda game in the second half. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. The title speaks for itself. A humongous rumor from Papa Gino's dropping in that he has a hint about a Legend of Zelda game coming out on Switch. This would be absolute madness, and it would be a humongous step for the Zelda franchise because the closest we've got is Phantom Zelda in Spirit Tracks, a game that frankly I wish was playable on our Nintendo Switches, DS, and a console on NSO. Maybe for the next console, maybe the Switch 2 can have DS games on there, but no way to play Spirit Tracks on the Switch. That's the only way to play as Zelda, and it wasn't even really Zelda. It was Zelda in a ghostly suit of armor, basically Haunted Mansion, didn't even feel like a princess. But this could be a chance for Zelda to dive in and be the main character. Now, you know what's as reliable as Zelda? The freaking Lexar play card. Zelda's always going to deliver an awesome game that lasts forever, and the Lexar play card does the same thing. Coming up to 1 terabyte of storage, they've increased the speed of these cards. They are the fastest, safest, best memory cards you can possibly put into your Switch. And as game sizes continue to grow and expand, you need that storage. There's 256 gig cards, 1 terabyte cards, 128 gig cards, and 64 gig cards to fit your needs, but you can store so many games on something this big. I have 1 cart, and that's all I've ever needed. Make sure to click the link in the description down below to check them out. Every time you do click the link, it helps support the channel and allows me to continue to do what I do here for you. So thank you, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the Lexar Play card. So what do we got going on here? We've got this tweet, this suspicious tweet from Papa Gino's popped up today. Tears of the Kingdom had a great Zelda design. I think we are severely overdue for a game where Zelda is the main character. Seems to me a Hyrule adventure like that is something fans want. Now is the time. Looks, just silly enough. Papa Gino's is a big Zelda fan, wants this to happen. But wait, read the capital letters in the sentence, and this is a hint. He truly is trying to tell us something much more overt with this post. And Papa Gino's does have a record. He correctly talked about Metroid Prime 1 getting a shadow drop and a remaster shortly before it released. He knew about the Mario RPG remake, which I think nobody really predicted. I'm talking about the SNES game that came out last holiday season. And he had some details on Princess Peach Showtime, so he does seem to be in the know about specific titles, and specifically about Nintendo first-party titles. What would this look like? What could it be? How would it drop? I mean, this would blow all of us away because it would subvert what we expect for Zelda in 2024. Everybody's kind of just like accepted that if Zelda drops in 2024, it's going to be Wind Waker or Twilight Princess or both. We've heard about those ports forever now. We just take them for granted. We expect them to be coming. We're at the final year of Switch, so we think they have to arrive now. But maybe they're never coming. Maybe we aren't getting Wind Waker or Twilight Princess on Switch. Maybe Nintendo feels that the Wii U HD versions were enough. Frankly, a brand new Zelda is 5 times as good. There's been rumors of a 2D Zelda dropping sometime soon, potentially filling one of the final gaps in the Switch calendar, and a 2D Princess Zelda focused Zelda would be the hottest. It would be so cool and so fun, primarily because of this. It would be a really hardcore Zelda game. The thing that I do not want is for Nintendo to take Princess Zelda and make a game like Princess Peach Showtime. Yes, we all want to play Zelda. Yes, we want this franchise to expand. Yes, it's great to bring in new fans and a larger audience, but I think it completely really makes a bad look if the 2 games featuring your popular heroines are just easy games. Now again, that's great for young players, that's great for families, and Princess Peach Showtime isn't like a totally skippable title. You can pick that up for $30, $40, I think you'll have fun. But it is short, it is easy, and it does feel like, they just scratched the surface on what they could do with this character. Zelda given the RPG focus, Zelda given the more difficult nature, Zelda given the complexity, the scope, the scale. I hope that if Princess Zelda does get a defined game, it's deserving of the Zelda name. Now, before any of you comment, yes, Princess Zelda was featured in some of the CDI games, but I don't think that's what Papa Gino's is referencing here. I think it would have to be a new game, and it does seem like Nintendo is on this trend of trying to expand their most popular franchises in different ways. We see that with Nintendo really taking to Donkey Kong in the theme park and the movie, and hopefully a game, goodness gracious. We see that with Princess Peach getting a lot of shine in the movie and becoming a very popular character in the video games. Princess Zelda could be next, and I do think that it would be phenomenal to have a 2D Zelda starring her, because that allows for her to basically be Link, but in a Zelda adventure with her own twists and turns. And I think Nintendo could do for another 2D Zelda, because we only had one this generation, and it was a remake, right? Like, it's not even like we got a new 2D Zelda. And we've heard things about maybe Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons coming back, but we did get those on NSO. I don't know. I think closing the Switch era out with Metroid Prime 4 and a new Zelda game featuring Zelda would be absolutely insane and would be such a huge fan service move. Like, I think the title sells well, but it also is just saying, you know what? You Switch fans that have stuck it out with us for all 7 years of the Switch, you deserve this. This is awesome. Now, there's ways that Nintendo could deliver a 3D Zelda with Princess Zelda that would also be very fun, but again, I wouldn't want it to be remedial. I suppose it's okay if it's a more welcoming adventure for those who are new to sort of the action RPG genre and to the exploration style of gameplay, but I hope it's not so basic that it's like, oh, Zelda is auto-running on a path and you press A to fire her arrow and then you press B to do a kick. Like, we don't need that. The third option is that it's a completely different genre spin-off, and that's something that Nintendo has explored heavily with the Super Mario characters, and it's something they haven't really explored too heavily with The Legend of Zelda. What kind of genre could Princess Zelda capitalize on that isn't what we expect from the 2D or 3D versions of the main franchise? Could there be a party game, some sort of cooking game? Could there be some sort of magic-based title? Could it be something more turn-based RPG? Is it just Princess Zelda leading a new Warriors game? I think there's many directions that Nintendo could go with a Zelda spin-off, and honestly, I think almost all of them would be awesome, as long as it's not super easy. I feel like 2024 already has plenty of games that appeal to the family audience, that appeal to the younger players audience, and I'm asking you, Nintendo, if you are working on this, if this is coming, please make it something that us older, harder core players can enjoy and have fun with and really sink our teeth into. And I think Zelda's deserving of it. She has been a major focus and emphasis on one of the greatest franchises in gaming, and she's due a game that is worthy of her royalty. And if this is indeed a hint at a game coming out this year, maybe even a game being revealed at the June Direct, maybe even a game coming out in 2024 or sometime in the cross-gen period between Switch 1 and Switch 2, I think this would be remarkable, and it would rewrite our forecast in 2024 and how we feel about this year. The games that we expect to be there, the way that we expect Nintendo to drive from the past, to draw from the past, and to use that to drive momentum forward. Instead, this would be going to the future. This would be going forward, progressive, exciting, and new, and taking us on a journey that we have yet to ever truly experience, and one that I think would sell very well and would allow Nintendo to have a cool Zelda game bridging the gap between now and whenever the next main Zelda is. It's also possible that maybe they're working on this for Switch 2, and that's where Papagino's early hint comes from, because man, wouldn't that be a real calendar record if you could say, hey, we got a 3D Mario coming out at the beginning of Switch 2, and we've got a Zelda game starring Zelda coming out for the holiday season. That would be an epic way to sort of mirror the Switch 1 launch of Zelda at launch, Mario Holiday. You could do Mario at launch, Zelda at holiday, and not need to be another, quote, true traditional Zelda. It could be something unique. I do think a 2D one would be awesome for this year. Nintendo does seem to be investing heavily in alternate characters taking the limelight, and I'm 100% for it. So let me know what you think about this hint from Papagino's. Let me know what kind of Zelda game you'd want to play, 2D, 3D, spin-off. What would be your preference? And do you believe that this could come out this year and reshape how we feel about Nintendo's releases? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. I love you lots. SwitchForce out.